Kata Kanku Sho. Roughly translates to viewing the sky, viewing the lesser sky. I thought I'd do the mechanics of that today. That way I can upload everything together. Some of these bigger katas, like Kanku Sho, I'm only filming from. I might film Kanku Sho from the reverse as well, but I just thought I'd break it down so you can actually practice this in the comfort of your own home. So, Kanku Sho. Okay, we start off with a right side step into Kanku Sho Kata with the block that's known as Morote Uke. So when you step out, you prepare the hands in this action here. So your left arm is haiko, is parallel with the body, and your right arm is shoulder level. And then from this position, so don't have them different heights, try and have them the same height roughly. And then from this position we step out to our right. You've got to go a little bit longer because you're going to drag in with this left foot. So as you step out, there's going to be this drag into Kanku Sho Kata. So don't step out too shoulder width, just go slightly over so that you can actually drag that front foot in. And then from this position, we step out. The Morote Uke just drops down, elbow down for Uchi Uke, and then the other arm, the right arm, is fist into the elbow. So Morote Uke finishes here. When you block, it's this direction. Try and use your hips on the actual twist itself. So it's kind of a step, and then with this left foot, that's where your hip's gonna execute. So you step out this way. Now the next one is going to be a shuffle to the left. Again, we're going to extend the stance. We're going to Morote Uke to our right. So from this position, hands prepare as you did at the beginning, stepping out, and then don't forget, right leg drags in. So we're going to use, we're not going to be using our back foot, which is our left now, to drag the foot in, to use the hip. Sorry, we're going to use our right foot, and as the heel comes in, that's where the hips get used. So Morote Uke to the right, then we're going to go to the back. So we prepare to the back of the room. So it's just this, but it's to the back of the room. I'll show you this direction so you can see. So from here, prepare to the back of the room, and then you step back, in, back. Don't forget to drag that front foot, and then in with the hips. So there's drag with all of those three steps. So you step out, 1, 2, and then on the third one, from this position to the back of the room, in and back. So there's your first three sort of counts to that kata. Your next couple of counts, we come from Kanku Sho Kata, we're going to step into Zenku Sho Kata. So from this position, right leg goes forwards, right hand comes back, step out, Zenku Sho Kata, Oizuki. Hips and shoulders are square, but then at this position, we turn the hip off as we execute our, not so much an Uchi-Uke block, so it doesn't fold in to hook like you would for Basai Dai. What it does do is, from this position, just pull back. Bit like Sansaru. When you step forwards in Sansaru, it's one and then this direction as opposed to this direction. We step out here, we're going to do one more of those, there, hook, and then our third one forwards, is just a straight punch with a ki-ai. So there's your first ki-ai point. We're then going to step our back foot across, so left foot goes across, right arm comes all the way out, so this is going to be a wide arm. I'll show you this from the other angle as well. And you've done this move before in Basai Dai. So from this position here, we step across, pull in. We then execute a front kick and over the top. So I'll do it this way so you can see. We'll go here. We're going to step back foot across. Right arm arcs all the way around. Meet the left, hook, execute the hip. Front kick. Now as you do the front kick, on all of these, there's I think there's 3 of these or 4 of these. Can't remember which one, but we'll go through it. As you execute the front kick with this, it's the same as Basai Dai. So Basai Dai, you execute the Konsetsu Geri and pull the hands in. This is the same here with the front kick. So you prepare the kick and pull the hand in as you execute the front kick. And then as you're stepping down to this position, so it's a Jodan Uke and a guide arm, down, finish 45 in Korsadachi. So this arm just doesn't come around, I'll do this, doesn't come around, it just from this position, elbow drops in. So it comes down this way. Then the other arm, straight back to the hip. Again, you've executed that move in Kanku Dai before, so it's very, very exactly the same. So we get to here. Then stepping our left leg back. Uchuke, punch, punch. When we step our left leg back for the Uchuke from this position, guide arm. 1, 2. And then from here, strike, strike. Don't forget to use your hip on the first strike, and then Gamaku on the second. From this position, we step our left foot across. Left arm comes up for a Soto Uke. Right arm comes around for a Geren Uke. We're not going to go high, we're going to go low with this. So this one comes Geren Uke, Uchuke. This one comes Soto Uke, Geran Baroi. So the action is, sideways on, is 1, 2. And your goal is to have the hand just over the knee, or just in front of the knee. And make sure it's an Uchuke, so if we were to turn to the front, would be an Uchuke position. So we've executed this, and we are now here. Right arm is guide, left arm is Geran Baroi. Back into Renoji Dachi, which is the L-shaped stance. So you just shuffle back into Renoji Dachi, which again you've done in Kanku Dai. So it's exactly the same. And from this position, the first one that we did was a big arc. This second one is just straight off the hip. So we execute right, just like you would if you were doing Basai Dai. Similar sort of thing. And then from this position, front kick as you have done, over the top as you have done as well in Korsadachi, finishing 45. This section just repeats itself. So from here, just step back, block, punch, punch. Remember what I said about the first one, so just duplicate that on this one. So do punch, punch, back foot across. This is exactly the same as what I've just shown you. This block here, Geran Baroi Uchuke, in Kokutsadachi. Right arm prepares, right arm guides, left arm prepares. And then we get to this position. So we're now facing away from the front of the room. The next section to this, I'll do this forwards as well, is we're going to do left leg out, right arm high Uchuke, left arm Geran Baroi. Step your left leg in. Step your left leg out, drag in the right foot as you push across. Don't worry, I'm going to do this to the front as well. And then from this position, we're going to go right side. Same principle applies. Step, push. So just so you can see, is we step our left leg out. We'll come to here, about 6 o'clock or 12:30, whichever way you want to look at it. Step out with the left leg. Come around with that left arm, come around with that right arm, high Uchuke, just like what you do in, again, Kanku Dai. This part's in Kanku Dai, and you're in Kokutsadachi. Now the transition to the next point is extend into a wide Kibidachi. Left arm is across the chest, right arm is on the hip. You don't have to be together, just here will do. And then as you drag in this right foot, the hands move with you. Hand on the hip, I'll do it this way so you can see. Just Haiko Zuki, that's what it does. And then this other hand is going to pull back and push outwards. So it's not a swinging strike, it comes in and pushes out. So get that here, 1, 2, and then the next transition for the second one is prepare. So right arm comes up for Sotuke, left arm drops for Genuke. Step out into your Kokutsudachi, drop for Giran Barai, raise the left hand for your Hayuchuke. The transition is the same. So we extend into our wide Kibirechi, and then from this position, right arm comes in and then out, left arm haikos across as we drag. And that all happens at the same time. So as we are here, left leg, and then arms. And we're looking to the direction we're going. So that's the breakdown of that. Next section, so we are now here. Next section is, you've done this kind of movement in MP. You're going to step the left leg in, only halfway, they don't come in all the way, only step in halfway. So we'll go from Kibirechi to a Haikirachi width, right hand high, left hand low. As we step our right leg forwards into Kokutsudachi, we switch the hands around. And again, I'll do this to the front. We're then going to extend and pull the arms back to strike downwards in Kokutsudachi. So that section here would be 1, hands same line, and then switch 2 as you move into Kokutsudachi. So everything's kind of working together. So you're going to get 1, hands and foot, and then hands and foot. Move them in a circular motion, but don't go too big. You don't have to go to the point of, where's the first one? First one here. Second one, you don't have to go so wide. Just from this position, just around. And then we execute our, so basic bunkai is you're grabbing a bow staff, you're grabbing a staff. We pull in and extend, and then strike downwards. Try and have the hands angled downwards as opposed to straight out. So it's here rather than here. Strike down, not straight out. Not a lot of difference really. This is where we execute our MP jump. Can't slow this down, so I'll probably just walk through it and let you use the video of the real time and the slowed down version to show that, but I'll break it down for you. From this position we need to twist. So again, you've done this in MP, so it's exactly the same. From this position, you're going to turn 180 degrees or thereabouts. You're not going to jump until you get to here. Use the right leg for some height. Don't forget to, as you're in the air, tuck in the knees and prepare your shuto-uke. So from here, sorry, this is your second ki point as well, by the way. So we come in, ki. We're then going to come in and up with our jump. So from here, and land. Obviously, the older you get, the less you jump. The more inflexible you get, the more you have to walk through it. So I'll show you the walkthrough as well now. So the walkthrough for this would be turn, 1, keep turning, 2, 3. And I'll do it this way so you can see. The walkthrough would be 1, up, 2, 3. So depending on flexibility, etc., or joint challenges, then just walk through it. We're then going to execute from this position after we've landed in Kokutsudachi with shuto-uke. We're then going to execute yokogeri and back fist to the left. So from here, front foot's already prepared, up as you would, hands, yokogeri, step, try and keep the hips square, execute the hip into that reverse MP, and then do the same thing the other way. So we come up, yokogeri, step, hips in. That action there is one, as we've executed the kick, I won't do the full kick, as we've executed the kick, notice the hips and shoulders are still square to where I've just been. And from this position we're going to throw in the right hip to execute that Mawashi MP. And again, you've done this in Basai Dai and also Kanku Dai as well. Then we do the same thing again. Just going to go this way, and as we step, notice I'm stepping slightly behind myself. From this position, throw in the hip for that Mawashi MP. Where do we go from there? We go from, I forget which side I'm on now. Okay, from this position, we're going to go left leg out to the left. 1, 2, 3. Then execute our 1, 2, just as you have done before. 3, 4, 5. That action there is straight off. So when you're stepping out, first one was wide. The first we did was a wide arc. Second one was off the hip. The third one is straight from here. So just push this straight out, around, and then execute that following technique. So again, I'm not going to repeat that because you've already done it twice. Just repeat how you would do it, or how I've explained it. No point explaining twice, just rewind. Now from this position, we'll bring our left arm across. You can probably see it in the camera. Left arm right under the armpit. Push. Up to this position. Don't go too high because just don't. This is where the big jump comes in. So from here, I'm not going to lean. What I'm going to do is, as the arm comes around, I'm just going to pull my right arm back and push forwards in the stance. That gives the lean effect. So I've gone from Zen Kutsudachi, pushing forwards, gives that kind of lean into the body. Don't go too far behind the body with this. Just go level with the shoulder. So all you got to be is level with the shoulder, slightly high. So I would go eye height. So wherever your eyes are looking at that point, go to that point. But don't go ballistic with it. Don't go here, because there's no need. This is where the big jump comes in. Difficult to do. Takes practice. You're not going to hit it every time. Probably preempting the strike there because I don't hit it every time. It is really difficult to do. So as you get to here, similar to MP, similar to the first jump you did and also the MP jump, we're going to twist to this position, trying to keep the hand as high as we can, using our left leg to push and our right leg to come up and kick. I'll do the whole thing and then I'll walk through it. Sorry, I'll try and do the whole thing and then I'll walk through it. So from here, round, switch. Trick is to not overextend on that jump. And then up. Right now it's the best you're going to get. So I'll do the sideways view for you. So from here, we're going to come around. This is the walkthrough now for anybody that's a little bit more mature, not as flexible as they possibly want to be. Maybe gain an extra few pounds, but like myself, so it's harder to lift. So from this position, we can turn, execute our crescent kick, keep turning, stepping our feet as closely as we can. As we drop down, left leg back. Now the left leg doesn't need to be here, can be here, but it's certainly not here. So you throw this left leg back. Basic bunkai would be that you are kicking from the floor. So if somebody's grabbed hold of your leg, for example, you're going to put yourself on the floor and kick backwards. So it's probably the best way to be, actually. It's probably the best way to be if somebody grabs your leg is take it to the floor then, because you've got no stability. So from here, it would be 1, 2, would be a basic bunkai for that. We'll then jump back up from this position. As we jump up, we switch feet. So in the kata, we'll go from here to here. We'll walk through, up and back with a low gerambarai, open-handed. Where did I end up? This direction. This direction. From this position, we're going to step forwards, shoot to uke. Again, this is fairly simple, so I'm not going to do from all angles. Okay, we're getting to the end of it now. Hallelujah. So from this position, left foot comes across like you would if you're doing your first or your second kata. Left foot across, left arm's already there. Right arm parries, hook block, uchuke. When you do that, try to keep the hips and use the hips. I think in the timing version that I've done, I'm not quite happy with it, but I'm going to post it anyway so you can learn it and you can get a gist of the time. But what should happen from there is you should be 1 step, throw that hip in at this point. Here. And then from this position, step forwards, punch stomach level, Zen Kotsudachi, right arm. Bring the right foot back, just as you would if you're doing again, first and second kata. So this is something that doesn't really need too much tuition. Prepare your uchuke, keep the hips as much off as you possibly can, turn into the block, and again, got to fire the hips around. Again, I've looked at the version that I've done and I don't like the 2 end parts. And from this position, step forwards, Chudan Oizuki, 3rd ki point. Then the kata's finished. Not an easy kata. There's a lot of basics, but the biggest confusion that I've seen over my time is people throwing other katas in. So because it's a lot like Basai Dai, Kanku Dai, your first kata, your second kata, it's very similar to those. It's that kind of similar sort of thing. People tend to get mixed up and will start to go into those other katas. The goal is to not do that, otherwise you get a mixture of Kanku Sho, Basai Dai, first kata, MP, Kanku Dai. It's just that a lot of things are similar. So press pause, press rewind, give me your comments, tell me if it's helping. Need your comments to know if it's helping you or not. And yeah, until next time, see you soon.